I want to do something for my subscribers. I want to give away something. Whoever can edit this video the best to this sound, tag me on TikTok. And I'll cash app you. The goal is for me to look stupid, but y'all edits gonna make it look good as hell. Alright, here we go. Y'all support me, so I want to give back. I love y'all. Tag me on TikTok, whoever edit a video to this sound.
It is estimated about 1 in every 100 people are psychopaths.
Y'all already know what I'm about to say. Go get your snacks.
I just started off in your world.
Now we're about to be talking about Julio.
Julio Ramirez was enjoying a night out in Hell's Kitchen back in April, and then hours later,
Him and his friends decided to go to this place called Hell's Kitchen. A lot of people go here to have fun, have a good time. It's a place located in New York. So this one particular night at around 7 p.m., he goes to this place with his friend Carlos. They will bar hop and go to different places, but then Julio takes this one specific picture. Then all of a sudden, him and his friend separated. Julio sends Carlos a text message, "Where you at?" Carlos said, "I'm inside." Julio said, "I'm outside." Julio told him, "Come out." I don't know around this time if Carlos wasn't even paying attention to his phone. They was trying to look for each other but could not find each other. But an hour later, Carlos said, "I'm home." "Where you at?" Carlos tell him, "Come to my place," but never receives a response back from Julio. Later that morning, still no reply. It's been a little while now. Carlos sent another message saying, "What happened? I thought we left together." He texted, "I woke up and I was like, Julio, and you wasn't even there." But when Carlos looked at his phone, he seen that Julio seen his message, but he never replied. Things get a little strange at this very moment. Carlos decided to look back at the messages and he realized around 3 a.m. Julio stopped sharing his location. Then another one of his friends he also stopped sharing his location with. He also stopped replying to her as well. Then that's when the messages went from blue to green, meaning that his phone is off, it probably have died. People said that he always charged his phone, he always on his phone. He would not let that happen. Then some time passed and that's when the parents received a phone call from the hospital saying that their child is dead. Yeah. Now I know it's a lot going on right now, just buckle up, man, and stay with me real quick. Now y'all remember that night Carlos was texting him around 3 a.m., 4 a.m., like late? It was announced that he was already passed away around 4 a.m. The reason why nobody could get in touch with the family is because his ID was missing. All his personal things was missing, so they didn't know who he was. I'm dead ass got the goosebumps because of what is about to go on. Now stay with me because this is when I keep saying that, but it's about to get dark. It's about to get a little bit dark. They say his cause of death was an overdose.
When I heard that it was a drug overdose, my instant thought was that somebody had drugged him. My initial instinct is that he was given something.
But the family thought it was a little bit strange because his IDs was missing, his wallet was missing, a lot of things was a little bit off. And they said he could have probably got drugged. Well, we rewind it back to the night when them two got separated. When they took that picture, he took that picture. Remember he was outside and he told him, "Come out, where you at?" Well, he was standing outside alone for 12 minutes. When he walked back in,
he was no longer alone.
He was with somebody.
Walking alongside 3 men. The 4 of them call over a taxi, and at 3:17 in the morning, they all get inside the cab.
Then his taxi driver goes to the police and said, "A guy in the back is unresponsive." So the police walks up to this cab, looks in, and he see Julio alone in his back seat. They called in the EMS, they tried to save him, but he ended up passing away around 4-something a.m. Who are those 3 people? And like I tell y'all, yeah, majority of the times when girls go out and they be alone, they can get targeted, but men can too. That's why I just stay inside. I'm gonna be honest. What the hell is going on now? The brother goes inside of Julio's laptop. It's a password. So he's sitting here trying to guess it until he finally guessed it. He's close with his brother, so he was able to get in. And when he looked inside, he noticed something weird. He see that the iCloud password has been changed. After the fact, Julio is already dead. So who changed it? He checks the email and he noticed a money transaction. Now, this case is still ongoing. His cause of death is not completed. It's going to take about a couple of months for them to know the exact reason of how he died. They're still looking into those 3 guys. There's a lot still going on behind the scenes. I don't think the surveillance footage is not even released yet. If it is, I'm definitely going to put it in. But if y'all don't see it, well, that's the reason. There's this story that I've been wanting to talk about. Like a couple years ago when I first heard it, it scared the shit out of me. Because this man named John felt like he was being stalked. Like he literally slept next to the cameras he had in his house. The cameras he had in his house was obviously the cameras that was looking outside of his house. One night, he seen his cop parked outside of his house, and he felt like they was watching him. Then it got a little bit even much more weird when the following day, this black van parked across the street from his house. They opened the door, and you just see this big camera looking at his house, apparently. The theory about all of this is people feel like it's the government that's stalking him and it's about to do something bad to him, right? Some time goes on and then another day happens and then he looks outside his window and he sees a lot of cops. Not in front of his yard, but right in the area talking, just having a normal conversation. But he felt like they did it because they were just messing with him. Then he ended up making this post. And on this post, he says, just wanted to give you guys the heads up. If anything happens to me, there will be a result of the PD. This van ended up pulling up next to John's neighbor house, but he think that this van pulled up just to stalk him. People looked at the van, they read what it said, they seen the number. They basically said that this company don't even exist.
Is anyone else weirded out that the carpet cleaning service has no location and their website has one sentence per page, no pricing and no information?
But people said that this company just ran out of business. But then there's also people said that they made the whole thing up just to stalk him. What do y'all think? Then John ended up putting out this tweet. If he comes up dead or missing, it's because of this van that pulled up next to his neighbor's house. Days and days go by. John keep making these tweets about how his time is coming. People then start to believe that this guy is paranoia. He has this paranoia delusion and nothing really happening at all. It's just all in his head. And then John's body was found. He was dead. When the detectives came, when they did some investigation on this, he had multiple stab wounds in his body. Not only that, his house was burned down purposely.
The fire, they say, had been set intentionally. Okay, let's back up a bit here. Exactly who is John Lang?
It does sound like murder. It does sound like somebody was maybe really stalking this guy. It's something that we don't know that's darker going on behind the scenes. Something. And then these articles came out about how it wasn't a homicide. He did all of this to himself. Everything. The fire, the stab wounds. Or was he really being stalked? Well, one more thing I have to say is the footage has not been released, but it was said that he grabbed a knife inside his house because he did have cameras inside his house. This guy was extremely paranoid. When he grabbed a knife inside of his house, he went inside the room. Before he went inside the room, he shut off his camera. People said, why in the hell would he shut off his camera if he's this paranoid? I don't know, mental illness? But when he shut off the camera, that was it. That's when all of this tragic stuff happened. And then people also find it weird that you can't find a picture nowhere of this guy named John Lang. So what do y'all think really happened? Even though there's information out there, I guess you will never know.
Dude, look at that. This is so damn creepy, bro.
As we walking, we hear a noise.
I ain't going, you
Give me
go.
like a camera.
Every time we get closer to the pulpit, we hear a man that's like, psst, come here. I promise you, I'm gonna explain why later. It's gonna get crazy, I'm telling you. We could have sworn we heard a man say, psst, come here. We freaking out.
Just close that curtain.
Dude, just you get away from the door.
Close it.
Like I said, my white fucking friends, I love y'all. You know, I love y'all. They didn't care. They wanted to like explore some more. So we exploring some more. We told them, all right, you want to explore, you go by yourself. I'm gonna stay back here with the other friend. You can go.
Go.
He got my phone.
Make sure you don't throw the phone.
So one of my friends, you know, the guy with the blind hair, he went to go check it out. Because that's where we heard the come here from. We didn't find nothing. So then we went outside of the church. There was 4 grown men at the table. When we came outside of the church, The full grown man was running. And this is what we found.
Alright, y'all, I'm being so serious. So they had some satanic people with a candle, and this is a dog head. You can see the fur and everything. And it was doing spirituals at this table. And one of my friends caught him and they ran. I'm like, this is so crazy.
I could not make this up. They was doing some satanic, demonic type stuff at the church. I know we was not tripping. But you think that got creepier? Just wait. So now we went back in the church. We going back upstairs, the second floor. You know, this church has 2 floors. It's creepy. Now I know y'all seen lockers, you know, always. That's because this also a school. You know, it's just like, it's not a safe spot to be at night. Why is we here? We run back out the church. We ain't go in no more after this because we think that's the men. We're walking home. We see the 4 men behind us following us. At least we thought they was following us. So we turned, but then we see him get in the car. We're like, oh. So we just kept walking and we see the same car coming. So we run and we hide in the woods.
Yo, he up to something. Hold up, wait.
We actually picked up the skull. I forgot to tell y'all that. We took the damn skull. We took the skull. Rephrase that. My friends took the skull. I'm not touching that shit.
Yeah, I just skirted off in your world. Yeah, I just skirted off with your bitch.